As winter 2025 deepens, Washington is gripped by a new impeachment storm threatening President Trump's second term. The language of impeachment is no longer a distant echo, it's a present pressing reality, with formal resolutions now filed and debated in Congress. This isn't just fringe noise. Lawmakers are uniting around a broad spectrum of accusations, from obstruction of justice to executive overreach. The debate has shifted from public opinion to the congressional chambers, where the constitutional process for holding a president accountable is now underway. With formal resolutions on the table, impeachment is no longer hypothetical. It's a live, looming threat. The coming weeks will test the resilience of American institutions as the nation confronts what constitutes high crimes and misdemeanors. At the heart of the impeachment drive is House Resolution 353, introduced by Representative Al Green, a Texas Democrat known for his vocal advocacy on issues of justice and accountability in government. Resolution 353 is a sweeping document, laying out 7 distinct articles of impeachment that together form a comprehensive case against the president's conduct in office. The charges are wide-ranging and serious. They include obstruction of justice, misuse of federal funds, abuse of trade and war powers, threats against the press, the creation of unlawful offices, bribery, and, perhaps most significantly, an overarching charge of tyranny. Each article is carefully worded, reflecting months of investigation and debate among lawmakers and legal experts. These articles are not just a list of grievances, they are a detailed roadmap of alleged misconduct, designed to show a pattern of behavior that, according to its sponsors, undermines the very foundation of American democracy. Each article builds a case that the president's actions represent a sustained assault on constitutional governance, threatening the checks and balances that define the U.S. system. Resolution 353 transformed abstract calls for impeachment into a concrete legislative proposal, giving lawmakers and the public a specific set of accusations to debate. For the first time, the conversation shifted from general outrage to a focused legal and constitutional argument. Its sponsors argue this is a necessary defense of the Constitution, not a partisan attack. They insist that the resolution is about upholding the rule of law and protecting the integrity of the presidency itself. By weaving together both domestic and foreign abuses, the resolution challenges Congress to recognize a larger, more troubling pattern, one that, if left unchecked, could set dangerous precedents for future leaders. Whether the House ultimately acts on these articles remains uncertain, but the seriousness, detail and specificity of Resolution 353 have elevated the national conversation, forcing Americans to confront fundamental questions about presidential power, accountability, and the limits of executive authority. While Resolution 353 cast a wide net, addressing a broad range of concerns about presidential overreach and the balance of power, it was only the beginning of a much deeper debate. Lawmakers and citizens alike were left questioning the boundaries of executive authority, especially in times of international crisis. A second, more targeted resolution, Resolution 537, zeroed in on a single explosive issue: President Trump's unilateral decision to order airstrikes against Iran without first seeking congressional approval. This act sent shockwaves through Washington and reignited a fierce debate over war powers. The resolution charges the president with high crimes for bypassing Congress and launching military action without authorization, framing it as a dangerous precedent for unchecked executive power. Critics warn that such actions could erode the very foundation of American democracy, where no single branch is meant to dominate. Its sponsors argue this move violated the Constitution's separation of powers and plunged the nation into conflict without congressional consent. The debate grew heated, with lawmakers on both sides voicing concerns about the long-term consequences of ignoring established checks and balances. By focusing on a clear-cut act, the Iran resolution aims to unite lawmakers across party lines who value legislative authority. It seeks to remind Congress of its constitutional duty to debate and authorize acts of war, regardless of political affiliation. The case is simple. Does the president have the right to initiate war alone, or must the people's representatives have a say? This question strikes at the heart of American governance and the principles that have guided the nation for centuries. This flashpoint crystallizes fears of creeping authoritarianism and the erosion of democratic guardrails. Many worry that unchecked executive action could set a precedent, making it easier for future presidents to bypass Congress and act unilaterally. The resolution's authors aren't just questioning a military decision, they're challenging the president's fitness to uphold the Constitution, and by extension the very health of American democracy itself. Beyond impeachment, a more drastic option has entered the debate, invoking the 25th Amendment to remove President Trump for incapacity. Illinois Governor J.B. Pritzker publicly called for this step after the president threatened to deploy the military in American cities, citing concerns about his stability and fitness for office. The 25th Amendment allows the vice president and cabinet to declare the president unable to serve, a move requiring immense political courage. Some in Congress have echoed Pritzker's call, arguing that the president's erratic behavior and threats go beyond politics and signal genuine incapacity. While the path is fraught with challenges, the very discussion reframes the president's conduct as not just impeachable, potentially disqualifying on grounds of mental fitness. The 25th Amendment debate raises the stakes, casting the crisis as one of national safety and constitutional order. Outside Washington, public pressure is mounting for Trump's removal, led by campaigns like Impeach Trump Again, which has gathered nearly 1 million signatures. Activists cite new impeachable offenses, including defiance of court orders and threats against officials, arguing these are fresh abuses, demanding immediate action. This grassroots mobilization shows impeachment isn't just a Beltway affair. It's a national movement fueled by citizens who believe democracy is at risk. By organizing rallies and pressuring lawmakers, activists are making impeachment a mandate from the people, not just a partisan squabble. Their persistence keeps the issue at the forefront, ensuring Congress can't ignore the public's demand for accountability. Republican leaders are acutely aware of the impeachment threat. House Speaker Mike Johnson warned that losing the House in 2026 would almost guarantee Trump's impeachment. His message, impeachment, is now a central political battle, tied directly to control of Congress and the future of the administration. Johnson's warning acknowledges that the grounds for impeachment are serious enough to be acted upon if Democrats gain power. This transforms impeachment from a legal process into a high-stakes electoral issue, making every vote a referendum on Trump's presidency. The battle over Trump's second term will be fought in Congress, the media, and most decisively, at the ballot box. As impeachment debates rage, legal scholars like conservative Bruce Fein provide crucial context, arguing that impeachment is the constitutional remedy for presidential overreach. Fein and others stress that impeachment isn't a partisan weapon. It's a defense of the constitutional order when a president defies court orders or usurps congressional authority. Their analysis reframes the debate, allowing unchecked executive power would do more harm to the republic than the turmoil of impeachment. When respected conservatives join the call, it's harder to dismiss impeachment as a partisan witch hunt. Legal experts remind us, the president's oath is a binding commitment to uphold the Constitution, not a symbolic gesture. Impeachment, then, is about preserving checks and balances and ensuring the president fulfills his most basic duty to the nation. Amid the ongoing impeachment drama, a symbolic and highly publicized battle erupts over the Kennedy Center, one of the nation's most iconic cultural landmarks. The building, long associated with the ideals and legacy of President John F. Kennedy, now finds itself at the center of a heated legal and political dispute. At the heart of the controversy is a lawsuit that seeks to remove Trump's name from the building, arguing that its presence undermines the spirit of unity and public service that the Kennedy Center was meant to embody. Supporters of the lawsuit claim that keeping Trump's name on the center desecrates JFK's legacy, turning a space dedicated to the arts and civic engagement into a battleground for partisan politics. The controversy has only grown, inflamed by reports of deep divisions within the Kennedy family itself, with some members speaking out publicly while others urge restraint. This public dispute reflects the nation's deeper struggle over how we remember our leaders, the meaning of legacy, and the character of our most cherished public institutions. Meanwhile, in Congress, House leaders have recently blocked a snap impeachment vote, highlighting the intense debate and uncertainty that continues to swirl around the issue. Their actions confirm that impeachment remains an active, pressing concern at the highest levels of government, not just a fringe fantasy or political theater. These events, though set in a fictional 2025, are rooted in real anxieties about the future of American democracy and the boundaries of presidential power. They echo urgent questions about the limits of authority, the standards we set for the nation's highest office, and the role of the courts and the public in holding leaders accountable. Whether through congressional resolutions, public campaigns, or legal challenges, America is once again grappling with its own founding principles and the meaning of justice. The outcome, whether fictional or real, will ultimately hinge on whether these constitutional tools are viewed as a last resort to save the republic, or as a partisan weapon to overturn the will of the people in a contested election. The debate continues, shaping the future of American democracy.